Welcome back, everyone, to the Deep Dive. Today, we're going to tackle something pretty relevant for a lot of folks. These no credit check online loans.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't just about, borrowing. It's really understanding a specific way to get funds fast that kind of operates outside the usual banking system.
Yeah, exactly.
Our plan here is to, well, unpack how these things work, what they promise. Based on this resource material we've been looking through, it really details the mechanics.
Yeah, it's quite specific.
And the first thing that jumps out, the big promise,
Hmm?
is getting cash quickly. We're talking potentially up to, what, $2,500?
That's the figure mentioned.
And crucially, without that traditional credit check being the main hurdle.
Right. And it's useful to think about why these loans appeal to people in the first place.
Okay.
What the source suggests is, well, you might have an unexpected bill pop up, car trouble, maybe.
Sure, happens all the time.
Or you just need a bit of help covering regular bills or bridging a gap until payday.
Right.
And importantly, this comes up for people who might have already hit a wall with, say, traditional banks.
Ah, okay. So if you've been turned down elsewhere.
Precisely. This material positions it as a distinct alternative path to get those funds.
Got it. So let's dig into that. What makes them such an alternative, according to this source?
Well, the absolute core thing, the defining feature, is that your credit score isn't the deciding factor.
That's huge, isn't it? Compared to normal loans.
It's a fundamental difference. And second, they really push the speed. Approval in minutes, apparently.
Yeah, minutes. Wow.
Yeah, not days or weeks. And third, it's clearly framed for, like, emergency situations, urgent cash needs.
Okay, so that speed and the lack of reliance on credit history, what does that really mean for someone?
Well, think about it. If you have, let's say, bad credit or just not a long credit history, banks might just say no.
Right. Automatically disqualified sometimes.
Exactly. So this approach, by not focusing on that score, it just opens the door wider. It increases accessibility.
So it's bringing more people into the fold, financially speaking.
In a way, yes. It offers a potential lifeline for folks who might otherwise be stuck. It sort of democratizes access to quick, short-term money based on criteria other than just your FICO score.
Okay, that makes sense. So efficiency seems key. What about the actual how-to? How does someone, go from needing cash to having it in their account?
The process laid out in the material seems, well, really simple. They describe it as 3 steps.
3 steps, okay.
First, there's a basic online application form, supposedly takes less than 5 minutes to fill out.
Less than 5 minutes, that's quick.
Then step 2 is the approval, which again, they claim happens in minutes. And the final step, step 3, is the money getting deposited straight into your bank account, often by the next business day.
Next business day, okay. And they stress, no hidden fees, no endless paperwork.
That's part of the pitch, yes. Streamlined, minimal fuss.
So that speed element, minutes for approval, next day funding, that must be incredibly appealing if you're in a real bind, right?
Absolutely. When you urgently need money, waiting days isn't really an option. Time is critical.
Oh.
And the fact that it's all online, 100% digital, that's a big convenience factor too.
No going into a bank branch, filling out forms by hand.
Exactly. It removes those traditional barriers, making it potentially much easier to get hold of cash quickly, assuming you qualify.
Okay, let's talk about qualifying then. You mentioned it's not just about credit scores. Who can actually get these loans, according to the source?
The requirements listed are presented as super simple.
Super simple. Okay, like what?
Basically,
Yeah.
You need to be 18 or older. Makes sense.
Standard.
You need a steady income. And this is interesting. They explicitly mention that income from gig work, like driving for a rideshare or doing freelance stuff, counts.
Oh, okay. So not just a traditional 9-to-5 paycheck.
Apparently not. Side jobs, gig economy work, that seems to be included. And naturally, you need an active bank account for the deposit.
Right, for the money to go somewhere.
Exactly. And they also explicitly state no collateral needed. You don't have to put up your car or anything.
Okay.
And reinforcing the main point, no perfect credit is required.
So quite accessible criteria then.
It certainly seems designed that way, connecting that back to what we said earlier.
About financial inclusion.
Yes. By accepting income from, say, the gig economy, which is huge now, and by setting aside the need for collateral or a spotless credit history, this model, as presented, really aims to reach a wider group of people.
People who might not fit that traditional ideal borrower mold.
Precisely. It opens doors, or at least presents itself as opening doors.
Now, the source material we looked at also mentions a specific platform, 15mfinance.org. Why do they highlight that one? What reasons are given?
Okay, so the reasons presented focus on a few key areas. First, they position it as a trusted lender, often mentioning things like happy customers. Trust is obviously important with money. Second, flexibility. They offer amounts ranging from $100 up to that $2,500 figure we mentioned, so you
Yeah.
can borrow a smaller or slightly larger emergency amount.
The options, yeah.
Third, security. They emphasize that your information is kept secure and confidential. Again, crucial online.
Absolutely.
And fourth, circling back to convenience, that 100% online process, they specifically say no stressful bank visits.
Okay, so trust, flexibility, security, convenience. Those seem like the main selling points they're pushing.
That's what the source highlights, yes. It really reflects what they believe users in this market are looking for.
And that emphasis on avoiding banks,
hmm
it really does underscore the digital-first approach, doesn't it?
It does. It suggests that for the target user, the ease, the speed, the lack of physical interaction, these are maybe more important than, say, potentially different interest rates or terms you might find through more traditional, slower channels.
Right, the different set of priorities, perhaps.
Could be. It's about immediate problem solving through a digital interface.
So let's try and wrap this up. If you're listening, what are the key things to take away about these no-credit check online loans based on our deep dive into this source?
Well, I think three things stand out clearly from the material presented.
All right.
One, accessibility. They're positioned as an option even if your credit isn't perfect.
Right, that's point number one.
Two, speed. The whole process from applying to getting funds is designed to be very, very fast, minutes and next day fast.
Okay, speed is number two.
And three, simplicity. The qualification requirements are presented as straightforward and relatively easy to meet, especially regarding income sources.
Accessibility, speed, simplicity. Got it.
So thinking a bit broader,
Yeah.
what does the existence and the way these loans are designed tell us?
Good question. What's the bigger picture?
Well, it seems to signal a real shift, or at least a growing alternative, in how people access quick cash. There's clearly a demand for immediate funds outside the conventional banking system, especially for emergencies.
Yeah, the demand must be there.
And the way it's framed, this idea of financial freedom being just a few clicks away, which is language the source uses, it really makes you think about how digital technology is constantly changing the landscape of financial services and what access to capital even means now. It's evolving fast.
Yeah.